Hi everybody, Tennis Coach Robert here with Carlbo Tennis. Thanks for tuning in. For all the new people, I thank you so much for finding me and checking me out. For all of you who subscribe, thank you very much. I appreciate it very much. And all the comments and the thumbs up, I appreciate that as well. Today we're going to go ahead and talk about your two-hand backhand. And if you're using your two-hand backhand in a limited area, you don't have a tennis racket, so we're going to improvise a little bit. So I'm going to start off with a two-hand backhand, just a regular shadow. You guys have seen the shadow video perhaps. So I'm going to go ahead and just shadow my two-hand backhand here. I am naturally a one-hand backhand person, but I do know how to hit a two-handed backhand, and for many years I did hit a two-handed backhand. So I'm in this position right here. I'm just going to show this position here, finish, and then we come across, okay? So I'm just going to show this part because we want to make sure that we get this part when I start to talk about the hitting the ball without the racket. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my index finger on my right hand. I'm going to point it and use it as a racket. So here, and I'm going to have my index finger. I'm going to modify things a little bit. So you see my index finger on my right hand. I'm going to have it sliding like this. This obviously is not something you should be doing. This is just to give you show you so that we can progress with the non-racket version here. So I have this here, I point it, I get forward, my index finger is going to be pointing to the side here, and then I come up like this, and we finish. Okay, so we have here, this position here, like so. So I'm going to go ahead and put my racket down so you can see it. So I have my hand like this, and I have this here like this. Okay, similar to the one-hand backhand, we're going to use the thumb as a guide. So I have my racket back here. My thumb is pointing backwards. So I want you to look at my thumb. My left thumb is going to be pointing backwards towards the backside here. I'm going to adjust my feet, load, plant, and then you're going to see my thumb pointing to the side is parallel here. And then we're going to continue up. The thumb is going to be pointing up. And then we finish with the thumb pointing down back over here. So we get into this position here, it's back, we adjust the feet, load, plant, contact is there. So we're having contact with the palm of our hand right there, backside, thumb is parallel, thumb is the strings. We come up to that position and over here. So let me go here from this position over here. It's back here, adjust, load, plant, contact here, parallel with the baseline. Thumb is pointing up, my chin will touch my shoulder, and then I finish up here. If I need to use something to hold my hand, I'm going to use my readers. So I hold it here, the very bottom. My left hand is on the top. I can use my thumb also as the guide. So I take it back here, adjust my feet, load, plant, contact, thumb up, and then across. And if I wanted to use my phone, I can use my phone. It's a little bit, sometimes people like something in their hands. You can use a comb, you can use a pencil, you can use anything. So here, I take it back, my thumb is pointing back, I adjust my feet, I load, I plant, contact, thumb up, and then across. So I'm going to go ahead and do a few shadows with just my hand, and then we can do some drills. Whenever you're doing shadowing, you want to always imagine that you're hitting the ball into specific areas. Even if you're just shadowing, you just want to not just shadow for the sake of shadowing. You have some idea, which is the tactical part. I want to make sure that I'm shadowing and imagining the ball going into specific areas. So even if you're just doing a drill, shadowing it over and over, repetitive shadowing, or you want to mimic some kind of more game style type of way of playing. So you have some idea as to how your coach feeds the ball or how your friends hit balls to you and so on. So I'm going to go ahead and just imagine I can go ahead and rally back and forth. Somebody's hitting 3 or 4 backhands to me. So I'm going to go ahead and just see that. So here, racket is back. I move my feet, I hit, and then I adjust my feet, get ready, load, plant, hit. And I can just imagine that I'm hitting the ball. We're hitting the ball right down the middle right here. So we're just going ahead practicing as we would If we're just playing right down the middle, so I'm hitting all these balls right down the middle here. If I wanted to go ahead and work on hitting the ball in a more of a drill type situation, let's say I wanted to hit two cross courts, one down the line, a coach feeding the ball or something like that. So I get into a situation here, my thumb is pointing forward, just like my racket, back, I adjust my feet, load, plant. This ball I know is going in that direction, cross court and up. I get back into position, load, plant. I know this ball is going cross court. Wherever my palm is going, my thumb pointing, that's where the ball is going to go. Then we go back again one more time here for the down the line shot here. I know that ball is going in that direction, up and across. You are going to, you have some idea when you hit a ball with a racket, whether the ball is in or out. Okay, so I know, for example, if I do this, the ball is going up, it's off my back foot. I know if I do something like this, the ball is going to go into the net. So you want to go ahead and really be mindful and think about that when you hit the ball. For example, I know I've done this many times, that if I do something like that, that ball probably went long by about that much. Okay, I've done this over and over many, many times. So you want to go ahead and really be truthful to yourself to see whether or not the ball goes in or out. So here, I'm going to go ahead and hit a cross court, adjust my feet, another cross court, and then I go down the line. And of course, I'm going very slowly. I'm hitting with somebody who is not playing at a very, very, very fast pace. And then you can adjust the pace according to how someone is feeding the ball. So it may be faster, it may be slower, depending on how you want to do it. If you're going to go ahead and shadow it just for practice, somebody drilling, you want to go slowly and methodically to make sure everything is done right. If you're playing in a game situation, you might want to go faster. Okay? So I hope this video has been useful for you and helpful, and that you can use it in a limited space. If you're traveling, or if you're in an area where you can't really go out, you don't have access to a tennis court or so, and if you don't have a tennis racket, you can improvise using tools that you have, and you have no tools, you can use your hand. After all said and done, it's called backhand, the back side of your hand, and it's called front hand or forehand, front side of your hand. So we are using the racket as a tool, an extension of your hand. So basically, we can use the back side of our hand for the backhand, and we can use the front side of our hand for the forehand. So hope you found this video to be useful. Thank you so much for watching today. And for all of you who subscribe, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And thank you for the thumbs up and the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, please share it with others. Thank you very much.
For more information on Carlbo Tennis, visit www.carlbotennis.com. If you wish to email Coach Robert, please do so at robert@carlbotennis.com, or visit his Facebook page at www.facebook.com/Carlbo Tennis. Tennis for the people. This video was an ADCI LLC production.